Hi, my name is Craig Wills. I'm a faculty member here in the Computer Science Department at WPI. I'm going to talk about our undergraduate projects and an important and distinctive aspect of our undergraduate program here at WPI. I'm going to talk both generally and specifically about some that I do. So there are two significant projects that you must do, all WPI undergrad students do. One is done in your junior year that looks at the interaction of society and technology. It is not specific to a particular major. You then also need to do a project in your senior year that is specific to your majors. If you're a double major, you can do a single project that spans both majors. Each project is equivalent to 3 courses of credit, so these are significant effort. Some students do them project kind of a third at a time over 3 of our 7-week terms. Some students do it all in one term where that's all they're doing is that project during that term. So the junior year project, it is a distinctive project. I don't know of any other institutions that have something comparable. It is not only an opportunity to do something distinctive, but it is an opportunity that we here at WPI use to do at project centers around the world. So you can think about as a ballpark, a project center kind of pops up for one of our 7-week terms. It might be 25 students and a couple faculty that go to a particular project site. Okay, housing has already been arranged there. Projects have already been arranged. The students even have been doing background work before they arrive, so they're ready to hit the ground running. If you're a computer science student, you're interested in computer science, this is really important because what's neat about you can both have a significant junior year opportunity as well as be a computer science major, because when you go away, you're not trying to take courses in your junior year, which can be really difficult to find courses somewhere else to transfer back. Okay, so it's a great opportunity. We have lots of flexibility in scheduling, so it works out well that you as a computer science student can go away in your junior year and not fall behind or anything like that. Where do you go? We have project centers all over the world, okay, and I'm sure some have been at it since this map was produced. So every continent but Antarctica, you can go and do a project center. Not all students go away. It's an opportunity, but it's not a requirement to do an off-campus project center. Just to give you a sense, I advised a number of projects, such projects on campus for various reasons students have stayed. Just to give you a sense, we've looked at migration patterns of American college students. Where states are they from? Where do they go to? And compute quote migration distance of how far students travel for particular colleges. A project, understanding electronic communication usage. So this involves surveying people, and it's a project I've done periodically over the years of as platforms change, electronic communication usage has changed. Kind of an off-the-wall topic, technology in public restrooms. We had students actually going around to public restrooms and what technology is in there in terms of, washing your hands and drying your hands and things like that. What technology is there? Surveying people, what do they think about it? Interest in sports. I've done projects on evaluating NFL talent acquisition. About 10 years ago, the IQP project that I advised was actually featured on the ESPN homepage during the NFL draft. A project on studying home network devices. Again, what do people have? What do people think of them? Issues, security, privacy, those kinds of things. So that's a junior year project. Senior year project is specific to your major. In computer science, we have one of 3 types. Okay, we have project centers, on-campus projects with company sponsorship, on-campus projects that are the idea for them comes from either faculty or students, and I'll talk more about these. Certainly, interdisciplinary projects are not unusual. As I already said, students with double majors would accommodate it, so quite flexible. So not as many project centers that are specific to computer science. And in fact, we have 2 that we regularly offer. So one is we have a FinTech project center that students, for example, may go to Wall Street and do project with financial companies. Okay, both the students and the companies like that. We have students that go out to Silicon Valley for one of our 7-week terms, do projects with companies out there. Okay. We also have each year a number of projects that are essentially done on campus with companies in the greater Boston area. Here's just a few of those that have been sponsors through the years. And that list changes each year, and so lots of opportunities there. Finally, and certainly for the computer science senior projects, I'd say the majority of the students actually do those on campus in an area that comes from the student or a topic that comes from the faculty. Which areas, which topics do students do project in? And the answer is yes, all of these, and just a very broad in terms of what we have. And then just finally, kind of some of the things that I specifically do. So I'm interested in systems, I'm interested in interfaces, so interested in networking. I do projects around the web, around the internet. So recently had a project looking at Web 3.0. People have talked about that as an area, and use a blockchain and looking at particular use cases and industries that might apply. I'm interested in maps, so we actually have done an interesting project looking at evaluating and mapping internet connectivity in the U.S. in terms of different locations, in terms of access to internet resources. I've done a fair amount of work, particularly in privacy and also a bit in security. I've advised projects on deployed authentication methods, did a project in terms of evaluating ad blockers in terms of how well they work for privacy protection. As I said earlier, I'm interested in sports, have done stuff on sports analytics, looking at models for predicting NBA, that gambling would be one application of that. Also looking at developing a graph-based sports ranking using topological sorting, involving lots of theory and making that happen. So whatever you're interested in, certainly projects can be built around that. So thank you.